Good morning. As we begin our celebration, let us take a moment to reflect on the journey that has led our graduates to this day and the potential of their road ahead. We are grateful for our graduates, for the guidance that brought them to the doorstep of Landmark College, for the faith that they had to take that first step forward towards this moment of achievement, and for their perseverance and determination that they have shown through every experience between that first moment and today. We're thankful to the faculty and the staff of Landmark College who have walked beside our graduates along their journey, providing guidance and perspective that has enlightened in the moment and will be understood deeper with the passage of time. And may our families know that all the love, support, encouragement, and sacrifice they have poured upon these students have not only led to this day, but will be carried forward within our graduates as they make their mark on this world. May all of this remain our truth. May we always find knowledge and peace on our path, and may everything that brings us together today always be with us. It is now my pleasure to introduce the president of Landmark College, Dr. Peter Eden.
Good job, Michael. Thank you. How you feeling? Yeah, all right. How are you all feeling? Great. Awesome. Welcome to our December 2021 graduation ceremony. It's a special event, of course, for these amazing college graduates. We also have a few graduates from 2020 when we had online ceremonies. They're back to walk across the stage, so it's wonderful to have them here. I do this every time, but parents, raise your hand if this is your first kid graduating from college. Oh, all right. Raise your hand if this is your last kid graduating from college. Even better. All right. So we're here to bestow upon these remarkable individuals academic degrees. I say this all the time as well because it's the truth. Unlike a job or a house or something like that, this can never be taken away from you. You can never lose this, ever. And it's the best investment you can make in your life. So remember that, and you did it. Now, it's not easy to earn a college degree. There are many challenges, many obstacles you face. Strong, persistent, determined, disciplined, and resilient people earn college degrees, like you, okay? Now, you probably faced challenges. You may have had people tell you that you might not make it in college. Any of you have that happen to you? Yeah. Did you give up? No. Did you just hope that it would get better? Remember, hope is not a strategy. You didn't. You intentionally set a plan, came to the right place, and you made it. Now, when thinking of my notes for today, the term resilient came up a few times in my mind, resiliency. What's the definition of resilient? Does it mean tough, able to withstand challenges, things of that nature? Well, let me tell you, you think I'm old and not hip, but I looked up on the World Wide Web myself even, okay? That it means the ability to spring back, to recover from challenges. That's what resiliency is, to recover from challenges. You did just that. You did just that. You recovered, you set a plan, and you accomplished your goal, and now you're a college graduate. Now, I do want to say a few things about COVID. I don't want to belabor it, because it's everywhere, right? But when thinking about the word resiliency, and thinking about how we try to inspire our students, often we say how they inspire us, I think this is a moment when we need to gain real inspiration from these graduates when it comes to resiliency and the COVID pandemic. We need to recover from some of the injury and the trauma from living with COVID for several years. We need to do the same thing intentionally. as an organization. We will find inspiration from you all with your resiliency as you sprang back after facing challenges. We will do the same thing here. It's daunting. We know that. We've done a really great job, but we have to eventually recognize that this has been a really difficult period and deal with it collectively as an organization. Now, you're not just smart graduates, hardworking, committed. You're also brave and optimistic. And of course, I said resilient. We hope as you move forward, by doing well, you will do good in this world. We sure need it. And we depend on you moving forward. You are our future. And it looks pretty good when I take a look at everybody here on the stage. So, can't say how proud I am of all of you for facing challenges, setting plans, and accomplishing your goals. And today, being college graduates. So, how about a hand for all of these wonderful people?
The title of this next selection is L'amour est un oiseau rebelle. Ain't that the truth? It means love is an untamed bird. It's from Carmen. You probably already know it.
The Community Service Award is given to a student or students who unselfishly give of themselves to the activities of Landmark College or the greater area community. And today, I am honored to present this award to Zach Hahn. Zach, you have offered yourself in service to the Landmark and Putney community through many roles, including your involvement and leadership on the soccer team, the drone club, the esports club, the Idea Lab, and the Putney Fire Department. According to Carrie Post, our Director of Athletics, Fitness, and Recreation, what stands out about you and about your service to your peers in the community is the amount of time, dedication, and thoroughness you put into everything you commit to, going well above and beyond expectations and taking on a level of responsibility and commitment that elevates those programs, the student experience, and our community. Zach, we're grateful for your contributions, and we are better now because of your work. Congratulations and thank you. It's now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Gail Gibson Sheffield, Vice President for Academic Affairs.
Thanks, Michael. Good morning. On behalf of the school deans and the faculty, I have the honor to present the Academic Dean's Award, given to students who have best demonstrated the qualities that define academic success at Landmark College. At the associate level, the Academic Dean's Award is given to Kadena Katie Irwin. You know, right before each graduation, the president, the vice president, and I, along with the deans, share information about who we think should earn all of our special graduation awards. And from time to time, there's a student's name that rises in all of our lists. And for this case, Katie is one of those. She's unable to attend today's celebration. She's with her family, and we know they join us in expressing how proud we are of what Katie's been able to accomplish so far. She is a strong communicator, student advocate, and leader. While she has had many challenges throughout her time here, she has faced each one with determination and grace. One faculty member appreciates how Katie uses her life experiences to develop insights to benefit all. Her thoughtful, on-point contributions and strong leadership is what makes her the ideal recipient of this award. With a current GPA of 3.61, please join me in congratulating Katie Irwin for the recipient of the Associate Level Academic Dean's Award. At the baccalaureate level, the Academic Dean's Award is given to Lucas Sillers. After earning his AA degree from Landmark College in December of 2015, which he told me yesterday he didn't come to the ceremony for, so I'm glad you're back for today. Lucas returned to the college in 2019 to pursue his bachelor's degree as part of the first cohort in our BA in Communication and Entrepreneurial Leadership, or COML for short. In doing so, Lucas has become an exemplar for the spirit and goals of the COML program. As an entrepreneur, his own business, Luke's Bees, look it up, was awarded startup money and mentor support as part of LEAP, which is Landmark Entrepreneurship Accelerator Program. As a leader, Luke was instrumental in developing the Constitution, bylaws, and organizational process for the student publication Voices, intended to be a self-sustaining, autonomous student publication produced by and for the students of Landmark College. And as a communicator, Luke has been collaborating with his faculty mentor on investigative journalism pieces for the local paper, The Commons, where, according to his mentor, Matt Gander, he has developed terrific interviewing skills and a great ability to think through a story and see all of the different elements. And if Matt could, he would hire him as a journalist tomorrow. Graduating today with a current GPA of 3.61, please join me in congratulating Lucas Sillers, the recipient of the Bachelor's Level Academic Dean's Award. Thank you. Congratulations. Now please join me in welcoming back to the podium our president, Dr. Peter Eden.
Thank you, Gail. Okay, the first one is the Charles Drake Award. The Charles Drake Award at Landmark College is awarded to a student who has inspired the Landmark College community by their personal qualities. The student is not a quitter, but someone who lives in the tradition of Dr. Charles Drake, whose lifetime of vision and courage helped to found this college. This is a student who gives 100%, goes the extra mile, and perseveres in the pursuit of ambitious goals. This student helps the rest of us realize that we have far more resources to draw upon than we may think, and helps us keep going when we feel discouraged. This year we have 2 Charles Drake Award recipients, Shoshana Conley and Elliot Solomon. Come on up. Elliot, I'll start with you. Over the years, usually when we would meet one another is to solve a problem or a question you had about how you're progressing through your studies, and we'd come in, and Elliot would come in all, with his information in front of him, and it wasn't complaining. He was always really super smart, organized, and respectful. And we'd talk about the challenge and, okay, how do we solve this problem? And through that, I got to know Elliot a little bit, and how self-aware you are, how aware you are of your strengths and any weaknesses, but also how funny you are, Elliot. How funny with your dry wit and the fact that you often had the solutions already. You already knew what you needed to do. And I really enjoyed that opportunity with you. You've been an absolute star in terms of working with our RT department as well. You've got all of the qualities needed for success, my man. You really do. So you're going to do well. Now, Show, what can I say? We don't have enough time. You're just an inspiration to everybody. Honestly, you're a role model. And you change lives every day just by being Show. I can't say enough about you. She's made this campus so much stronger. So congratulations, both of you. Thank you. Okay, now it's time for the President's Award. The President's Award is given to the student who has best exemplified the principles we believe in here at Landmark College. This student is talented, energetic, meets difficulties head-on, works hard, and is dedicated to the studies. On the other hand, this student also finds time to contribute to the well-being of other persons and to the life of the Landmark College community as a whole. Angel Cintron. Where is he? Yeah, Angel. It sounds corny, but so many of you could have earned all these awards. You're all fantastic. It was so difficult, but Angel, you really stand out. You really stand out. I tell you, you're fantastic. You're mature beyond your years. You've got really good instincts. You helped us from the early stages of COVID by talking about messaging, different ways of messaging. You seem to understand what people need. You also are a role model. And the world is a better place because of you, Angel Cintron. Nice job. All right. It's now time for the conferring of degrees. Dr. Gibson Sheffield, come on up. Okay.
It's a big moment. Upon the recommendation of the faculty in the School of Liberal Studies and the Arts, the following individuals have met the requirements for the Associate of Arts in Liberal Studies. Peter Farrow.
last night and really all week, this past week, as I was thinking of what I wanted to say, all I could really think about was this time 2 years ago, as my first semester at Landmark was wrapping up. And I can't even remember the details of the assignment, but I had a paper that I was stressing over that required me to quote something meaningful. And I chose a line from T.S. Eliot's Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. It is impossible to say just what I mean, but as if a magic lantern through the nerves and patterns on a screen, would it have been worthwhile? And like Prufrock, I oftentimes find it impossible to say what I mean. But Prufrock said, no, it's not worthwhile. But I knew at the end of my first semester and in all the time since then that Prufrock is wrong. Yes, it is worthwhile. Thank you.
Sarah Friedman. Maximus Jarl, Phi Theta Kappa.
Hello. When I first set foot on the Landmark College campus in the spring of 2018, I wasn't so sure if I'd like it or not. But a year later, after I got accepted, it grew on me. And I had 3 goals in mind: to get more fit, to make friends, and most of all, to achieve my academic goals. I didn't know how this would pan out for me. But after 2.5 years here, I have realized that there would have been no better college to help me achieve these goals than Landmark. There are way too many individual names to thank, but every last professor I've had, many of my classmates, every last athletic teammate, everybody has been crucial in one way or another, even in whether it be in the slightest of ways or in a big way. They've all influenced me in one way or another. And I'd like to thank all my peers around me and all the professors here for helping me get to where I am right now.
Jack Jinks.
I wasn't planning to speak, so I apologize if I sound nervous or out of order. When I came here, I had previously failed out of another college and gone home and sort of taken a job that I had hated for about a year. And I had happened to hear about Landmark by happenstance. And upon hearing about it, immediately said, this sounds like the right place to go. Let's give it a look. And when I came and visited for the first time, it was snowing. And this may not be such a novel thing to all of you here. Most people who come here are from New England. I, however, come from a place where it never snows, essentially. And so it was extremely new as an idea to me. And I loved it. And when I interviewed to come here and took the tour of the college, I was immediately told that they believed in me and that they saw that I could be something despite my failings and despite my place in life at the time. And so what I wanted to say was to my family at home and my friends and to everyone here, thank you for believing in me.
Gabby Killen. Alex Matos. Hayden McQuillan. Spencer Morgan, Phi Theta Kappa.
Wow, thank you. To all my professors here, as a student, I may say I have never been surrounded by teachers or professors who are as determined as y'all are to help students learn. So to all my professors I've ever had, thank you so much. You guys are the best. Big thanks to Miss Alicia Beth for writing my tribute and for just being such an awesome professor. Thanking my academic advisor, Brian Roth, and to Jonathan Steele for tolerating my very opinionated views on things. Appreciate it. Thanking my friends who, when I first arrived on campus, we built that connection. We talked about our previous academic struggles. We used that to kind of fire each other up. Thank you to my friends. Anybody else who I'm not calling out who offered me jobs on campus or helped me with advising or support. Anybody who just put another log on my fire. Thank you. God bless.
Soke Mwantwali. EJ Agbamo.
Good morning to you all. It is apparent to everyone who knows me, who has worked with me on this campus, or has even been a mere friend of mine throughout my 3 years on this campus, when I say this has been a long time coming and it has been a long road. And there were bumps and challenges along the way, but to say that I regretted coming to this school, I would not say that in the slightest. The advisors that helped me, the teachers that kept with me even when my motivation and challenges would keep me back, I truly owe my successes to you. And to my mother, the one who inspired me, who helped me, who got me to this campus. Truly, when I say Everything I am now is because of you. Thank you. God bless.
Ryan Sanchez. Eric Schreckengast.
What's up, everyone? I'm going to try to keep it short. Didn't really plan anything. But I wanted to thank my friends and my family for coming out, and the teachers and advisors who have supported me over my past few years here. Thank you.
Stephen Soltero.
Two words.
Well said. Caroline Boxman, Phi Theta Kappa.
I would like to thank my advisor, my mom, Snickers, and my friend Nicole. I'd also like to thank Tim and Sylvagi for giving me the opportunity to work on a research project with the Center for Neurodiversity. Landmark in general has taught me many skills that I'll be able to use throughout the rest of my life. Lastly, I'd like to leave you off with two quotes. What if the best compliment you've ever received is "You're so normal"? Rosie King. The most interesting people you'll find are the ones that don't fit into your average cardboard box. Temple Grandin.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty in the School of Professional Studies and the Sciences, the following individuals have met the requirements for the Associate of Arts in Business Studies. Ethan Glover. Zachary Hahn. Sophia Spraggins, Phi Theta Kappa. Tyler Wong, Phi Theta Kappa. We're all business in business. Okay. Upon the recommendation of the faculty in the School of Professional Studies and Science, this individual meets the requirements for the Associates of Science in Life Sciences. Matthew Grimm, Phi Theta Kappa. Upon the recommendation of the faculty in the School of Professional Studies and Science, the following individuals have met the requirements for the Bachelor of Arts in Communication and Entrepreneurial Leadership. Angel Citron.
Hi, everyone. I'm excited to be here. It's hard to really talk about like what I'm feeling right now, because growing up, graduating from high school alone was a far out dream, and now graduating with a bachelor's degree just seems unreal. Yeah. And being up here, I'm just thinking about how this journey all started, and it was my junior year of high school, and I went into my weekly counselor appointment with my counselor, Juliana Klein, and she did research on her own time to find Landmark for me, and I just want to say thank you to her, because if it wasn't for her, I would not be here right now. And of course, I want to say thank you to my family for never letting me give up, never just keep pushing me on, and just, it's a lot. And one last thing, and I wanted to share this poem with y'all because it's something that kept me going through all of my schooling, really, once I found it. It's called Invictus by William Ernest Henley, and it goes, out of darkness that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbound. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Thank you.
Shoshana Conley.
Oh my God, sorry. This is a proud moment for me today. Hi, everyone. I can't believe I'm up here today, getting my bachelor's. Today is one of the proudest days. Sorry. And let me tell you why. A few years ago, I had shared my educational story with incoming students of convocation. The quote goes like this: "If you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will go its whole life believing that it's stupid." I was that fish, as many of my fellow sharks here today and future sharks coming in. My parents and I were even told that I would even never amount to anything from a guidance counselor due to my learning disability and the color of my skin. But I'm standing before you here today with a bachelor's degree. This proves otherwise. I just want to say that anybody can achieve anything, and as long as they are determined to succeed and have the amazing support system like I did, that you may seem like that fish that's judged by the world, but this proof right here and this proof that you are still here are going to continue just proves the world that they are wrong, that you are that fish that may not be able to climb that tree, but can swim for miles. So thank you, and thank you to my lovely parents for all your love, support, wisdom, guidance, my friends, my family members, and the mentors that I've had along my Landmark journey. Without you, I would not be here today.
Lucas Sillers, Golden Key.
Anyone who knows me could tell you that I'm really never at a loss for words, for better or worse. But that's nearly the case right now. so I'll start by stealing a line from the late, great Stobe the Hobo and tell you that this turned out to be a pretty rad trip. But it wasn't always like this. There was a time where if you walked into one of my IEP meetings and told the attendees that Luke Sillers would get a bachelor's degree and get into graduate school, there might be some laughter, maybe a visit from the cops, maybe even a psychiatric nurse. Suffice to say, it's been quite the journey from those times, and along the way, there have been a multitude of wonderful, talented, and most of all, patient individuals whom I credit for helping me get to the point that I'm at now. Too many to list, but they know who they are, and I hope they also know just how eternally grateful I am to them. Thank you very much.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty in the School of Liberal Studies and the Arts, the following individuals have met the requirements for the Bachelor of Arts in Liberal Studies. Victor Grande. Matthew Lutz.
So I've been looking forward to taking this off this whole time, I'm not gonna lie. It's been great, I could breathe again, it's wonderful. I just want to appreciate everything Landmark has done for me. It has provided me with so many opportunities to grow and expand myself to really shine in the future. Everyone I met here is kind, wonderful, and always able to just talk and I want to just thank my friends that I've met over the years, that I've formed deep bonds with, and my family and my mother, because she wanted me to call her out because she's wonderful, she is. No, but my whole family. I appreciate every one of you, and you guys have always been a cornerstone in my life. Thank you, Landmark, and congrats, everyone.
Matthew Merlin.
First of all, I would like to thank everyone for coming out today. I know that the pandemic has been a struggle for everyone, but the fact we are all here graduating shows that we were able to persevere despite the hardships. I would like to thank my family for all the support they've given me over the years, as well as my professors who have believed in me, including Kim Coleman, Cindy Tolman, Brian Young, Andrew Stein, Tom Hinckley, Dan Miller, Adrian Major, and Jim Bockham. I would also like to thank Career Services, including Jan Copeland and Jonathan Steele, as well as my advisors, Brian Young, Len Shea, and my first advisor, Ann Wheeler, who passed away last year. I know that she'd be very proud of me and everyone else graduating today. And I'll always remember Landmark for the wonderful faculty, staff, and students who truly made this a special place. Thank you.
Alexa Thomas.
Hello, everybody, and I would just like to say thank you for the support from my family, my friends. Yes, I love you guys. Thank you so much. And also my professors and my advisor, Peggy Alden, and also Jonathan Steele. It's been a great time here, and I really look forward to yeah, maybe coming back in the spring just to say hi and say, well, welcome back, everybody. Well, at least for me anyway. And also, finally, inner peace.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty in the School of Liberal Studies and the Arts, the following individuals have met the requirements for the Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Alex Rodriguez. Valentine Silvestro.
Hi. 1 minute. I'd like to thank my mom and my dad. Thanks for dealing with my craziness. And my brother and my sister, Sean, and especially Radar. He is a cat, but he means a lot. Also, thank you for all my friends. Even when I stand on a table, you deal with it. Also, before I sit down, Susan Fitzberg, I love you, and this is for you and all my teachers. And you're the only one that really noticed this. Thank you for class, and thank you for listening.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty in the School of Liberal Studies and the Arts, the following individuals have met the requirements for the Bachelor of Arts in Studio Art. Jacob Friss. Jacob Morrissey.
I'm here. I made it. I'd just like to say for my 3 moms, my friends, and the probably 25 other people that are probably watching this right now, thank you for believing in me. Thank you.
John Theodosakis. Upon the recommendation of the faculty in the School of Professional Studies and Science, the following individuals have the requirements for the Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Jacob Krupkin. Elliot Solomon. Dr. Eden?
As mentioned, we're fortunate today to have a number of graduates from 2020 when we had online ceremonies. I remember at the time saying, we promise you can all come back to a future ceremony. Well, it's starting now, and we have a number of graduates who can now walk across the stage and celebrate again their tremendous achievements. Gailey?
Olivia Ames, Associate of Arts in Liberal Studies.
Thank you all. Thank you for my parents and my aunt and my grandma. Thank you.
Ryan Carroll, Associate of Arts in Business Studies.
I promise I'll keep this one short. So, one, we get free food after this, right? Two, I see you back there, and yes, I'm giving you your speech now. So, deal with it. Three, and if you want to see the actual speech that I gave, watch it on YouTube. It was the fall of 2020 graduation. Thank you.
Morgan Doyle Elwell, Associate of Arts, Liberal Studies.
I did not plan this out at all, but I want to say thank you to my former classmates as well as the faculty and staff of Landmark College for making me feel as if I was a part of an actual community, which I didn't get before I transferred here. Thank you to my family members for encouraging me throughout my entire life and for dealing with all this. And thank you to my mom for being by far my biggest advocate, even though socially I have driven you crazy. I love you, Mom. Thank you.
Christopher Ferrania, sorry about that, Christopher, Associate of Science in Computer Science.
Hello, everyone. My name's pronounced Farina, by the way. I could sit here and rant for hours and hold you all hostage, but I'm not going to do that. I hope you have very happy holidays and a good year.
Matthew Houston, Bachelor of Arts in Liberal Studies.
You know, I didn't really prepare a speech or anything. I figured, hey, I'll just wing it, so why not? But where do I start? So coming here, this was my third college, and I had an associate's, so I kind of knew that my time here was going to be short-lived, and so I figured, got to make my mark somehow. But also, there's a long list of names I could say thanks to. So to my family, the staff that helped me in many ways, my friends, y'all know who you are. I just want to say that I appreciate all of you. Thank you for making my time in Landmark what it was. Y'all are the real MVPs. Thank you.
Sean Noonan, Bachelor of Arts in Liberal Studies, Phi Theta Kappa.
Hello, everybody. I would just like to give a big thanks to just everybody who has helped me in this in my journey. This school is not even one in a million. It's one in several billion, and it's a really unique experience. And it has made me a much better person than I was before. To all the professors I've had, to my advisors, to the friends who have both moved on, and to the ones that are continue to stay here, I just want to give thanks, and I really couldn't have been the person I am today without you. And also, despite what 2020 2020, he brought us, hey, you got Ian McGregor to show up. That counts for something, doesn't it?
Jenna Pavachek, Bachelor of Arts, Liberal Studies.
Well, who would have thought today would actually happen after all? Yeah, I just want to thank everyone. First, President Eden, as well as Trisha Stanley. Sorry, and thank you for putting up with me driving you guys crazy with my frustration and anger because of my trust issues and because of because of I never thought this would actually happen, and because of all this, and of course to everyone in general for putting up with my crazy rants and stuff, and during COVID, and especially to my parents for putting up with me for my whole life and before I was born. You've been through it all, okay, and now I can get on with the rest of my life now that this has happened and had a proper closure. Thank you.
Congratulations to you all.
Okay. Graduates, by the power vested in me by the Landmark College Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the Associate of Arts degrees in Liberal Studies and Business Studies, the Associate of Science degrees in Life Sciences, Bachelor of Arts degrees in Communication and Entrepreneurial Leadership and Liberal Studies, also Psychology, and also Program in Studio Art, and the Bachelor of Science degree in Computer Science on this day, December 18th, 2021. I hereby present the December 2021 class of graduates who are now also officially welcomed into the Landmark College Alumni Association. Graduates, flip your tassels from right to left. What's that? You do? You have to do it? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Good. Just to show you how adaptable we all are to things. Gail, you've got more stuff to talk about.
There is one more student, and I do apologize, Erica. Erica Shea. Bachelor of Arts, Liberal Studies.
They saved the best for last. Definitely. I remember how I used to hate school so much because every teacher was like, you're not good enough, you're never gonna make it in life, and I just showed them today that I am good enough, let's go! I want to make a huge shout out to Fred Weisbach because I wouldn't even be here at Landmark if it wasn't for him and Franklin Academy. So thank you so much, Fred. And I also want to thank Landmark College because now I am on my way to getting a bachelor's degree in animation and illustration. Woo!
Wonderful. Are we sure we're ready to move on now? Yeah? Okay. I'm going to wait another second. All right. I love it. Right now, Trisha Stanley, Director of Alumni Relations, please come to the podium.
Well, good morning and congratulations, my alumni sharks. On behalf of Landmark College and the Office of Alumni Relations, we are proud to claim you among our alumni ranks. I feel a deep sense of pride to continue to serve you on your further educations, the start of your careers, and as you embark on your new life path. There's a motto in our Alumni Association that you are a student for just a few years, but you are an alum for life. As I sat down to write my words of wisdom, I thought about the journey each of you have taken over these last few years, and us as a college. And one word comes to mind: extraordinary. There are many ways to define this word, and I'm sure you've all heard this word over the last few years, perhaps being normalized and associated with COVID-19. But I'm here to reclaim it with you guys, because my intention is to connect this word to you. You are extraordinary. It's not necessarily because of how remarkable you've handled the unknowns this last year, or the countless Teams meetings we've had. But before all that, you took an extraordinary path by choosing Landmark College. Now we ask you to continue to be extraordinary as you cross the nation and go out throughout the world on your new paths. By taking chances in your careers and your life goals while exceeding your aspirations. I hope you achieve your greatest potentials, and when ready, bring those skills and that mentorship back as alumni. Each of you represents the college's past and are the foundation for our future. Our future is categorized and defined by your achievements, your visions, your passions, and your courage. And I, for one, am excited to see all the extraordinary things that you will do next. Congratulations again, and welcome to the Landmark College Alumni Association.
Thank you, Tricia. Now for our closing remarks, we have former director of the Center for Neurodiversity, current professor of psychology, Solveig Schmalski. Come on up.
So, I get to talk when you're spent, maybe a little hungry, get some food soon. So, as a faculty member, we focus on the semesters, the starting strong, midterm slump, figure it out by the end, those ups and downs. But the families here have been part of those ups and downs, and the hopes and the disappointments a lot longer. Whatever this day means to you, to your family, we're happy to be part of it. So to families, personally, I don't know what it means to sit in your seat quite yet. So to wrap up the ceremony, I asked a couple of parents to look back on graduation and what they took away from the experience. One talked about how different the journeys can be. I'm waving to him over there. This is Ken Gobo. He said, "My twins graduated on the same day, at the same time, in different states. They each had their own challenges in getting through college, but I felt very good about the academic success they achieved." Tess, of course, had her next 4 years all planned out. On the other hand, Andre's future was kind of nebulous, but on commencement day, everything was good, even cramming a year of junk into the car. Eventually, he followed through on his career plans, and graduation was a very important milestone. Thanks, Ken. Students having different paths is common here, and I think that's come through in the stories that we've all been hearing. By the way, I hope there was enough tissue in the room for these stories. I'm guessing that you can relate to the different pathways. Here's another parent. She said, "No longer holding hands can be so hard for us. In college, we might still be asked what class to take, whether to drive or fly home on Thanksgiving, or hear about a campus illness or an unfair professor. Graduation is an end and a beginning, and if they're not living with you, you won't hear the small decisions, the anxieties, or even have a say where they go on vacation. They won't ask you, unless they want you to pay for it, of course. But we're okay, and we need to be okay as they walk towards something they define themselves. Now, believe me, I know how hard that can be. I am a mother, and my 2 boys went to Landmark Daycare years ago, and I remember coming in and the daycare teacher saying, "Sylvegi, you got really sharp knives at home?" And I was like, "What?" "Well, I cut the pirate's booty and the melon up so small so my kids wouldn't choke that I became a joke at the daycare for very conscientious mother who was very worried about her kids' well-being." And I know it's hard to let go. It's a lifelong process for us. But we're here, all of us, saying they did it and they can do it. And today's the reminder. Okay, a couple words for graduates. I'm a big believer in hearing from people with firsthand knowledge. So for you, I checked in with recent alumni. I asked if they had anything to say to you. And here's a 2020 psychology graduate. He said, "Be in the present with your achievements as much as possible, but remember that glory is fleeting, and you should always seek the next challenge. However, don't be hesitant to take time to assess who you want to be. Nothing is, nor should be, linear." I think that theme has come through today. Another 2020 graduate from Liberal Studies. "Be proud of your success, especially given the unique challenges posed by the pandemic. It's been almost 2 years of stress and uncertainty from COVID-19, added to normal stress as a neurodivergent college student. But despite all that, you made it. Graduating in these circumstances should give you the confidence that you can do anything. Congratulations." So these are Landmark College alumni. They've had some of the same experiences. I think they know what you've gone through to get where you are. I hope that you can take their support to heart. There's a lot of good feeling today. When else do you get to distill 2 years of work into one event where else can you dress up in gowns to celebrate? Nowhere. I hope that in this 2-hour event, and I think it's actually less than 2 hours, you get all the feelings that go with accomplishment, pride, relief, hope, joy, maybe a little fear and trepidation. Just keep it real, be honest here. And I hope that you remember this day and remember that you have what you need. Thank you.
Excellent, Sylvegi, as expected. Graduates, we've all been on this journey. The parents, the families, the faculty, staff, how about giving them a round of applause for everything they've done? Thank you. And folks, one last round of applause for these amazing people. Nice job. All right. So that concludes the ceremony. What we'll do now is we will process off the stage and work our way out, and then you all can leave the gymnasium here and join us in the dining hall for brunch, okay? Thank you for coming. Congratulations again.